Hello, my name's Trevor Richer. I'm a marketing consultant working in the B2B technology sector, and we help people develop their thought leadership and their value propositions. We've done these series of videos which we call Thought Leadership Top Tips and Tricks to help people plan out their thought leadership. I hope you find them useful. So today we're going to be talking about finding your space, what's hot and what's not. So one of the key problems with thought leadership is, what are you going to talk about? This is very key, obviously, and there's really two parts to this. The first part is a competitive assessment. Now, we had a look at a competitive assessment in a separate video because it's quite a detailed subject. So please have a look at trevorricher.com, go to wisdom section, you'll find that video in there. We're going to have a think about the other aspect of this, which is having a look out in the market and what people are talking about currently. So, as we said before, what's hot and what's not. Now, there's a number of ways which you can do this, but I'm going to focus on two main ones. The first one is internal research. Now, we should be talking to your technical people about what it is that they finding interesting in the market. Now, of course, you need to assess that in terms of its large impact, its business impact, because technical people sometimes dive into a lot of detail, and you're really looking for big topics that make big impact and big difference. Also talk to your salespeople, not just one, but a number of different sales colleagues. They will all have different opinions, but you should be able to find what they think about the topics out there in the market from talking to customers and the questions they're raising. But they do tend to focus on what's the last thing they heard, which can be useful, but also it can be a problem. So that's why I suggest talking to more than one sales colleague. Now, there's a number of online sites that can help you in this respect with your research, and that's the second method that we're going to look at. The first thing could not be more simple. Is just, if you have an idea of the topics that you want to use and themes you want to use, just type them into Google and have a look what comes up, and that should be of interest to you. But there's a number of other sites that you can have a look at. So here's one, have a look at this one, which is called buzzsumo.com. And this tells you the number of shares in different places against particular topics, which is very useful indeed. The second one I'm going to show you is something called hashtagify.me. A bit difficult to get your lips around, but hopefully you got that. One of the interesting things about this site is it starts to show you what other subjects are connected to the topic you're interested in. Now, this is very useful to find different gaps in the market, different ideas, very useful indeed. Lastly, there's actually a Google site that has a lot of information around this. So have a look at trends.google.com, and one of the interesting aspects of this is it also contains some geographic information about what's coming up in different places. So I hope you found this useful. Thank you.